Hello guys, hope everyone is good. SND Legendary here. Yeah guys, I've decided to do another quick trade breakdown on EURUSD. I don't know what's happened actually this week. I actually had 4 trades. The first one I missed, second one I missed, the third one I actually took the trade. It went for 1:6 and went back and hit my break even before going to the upside. The third one, it was the pound. Yeah, but guys, we'll get to it. So yeah guys, I've actually developed my trading plan, my market structure, typical trading plan. This is what I always expect to see. It's either it's a high time frame or lower time frame. If this structure, you see, it's a bullish structure, and before I consider taking a trade, let's say this is a 30 minutes or 1 hour market structure, I have to see first that relative high time frame trend line liquidity. After trend line liquidity, I would like to see an accumulation, and this is a discounted price, an accumulation to what a discounted price, because after the break of this trend line, first things first, people were expecting buys at this point and they were taken out. After the break of the structure, they are looking for sales, but I still wait and look for buys because I know the market it's bullish. So I wait for an accumulation and the mitigation of this this discounted price, and start after the market break this structure and this trend line, I can look for entry around this point. But if I missed this entry, I can get a second entry around this point after the manipulation of this trend line. Even if I still don't get an entry after the market show a bullish order flow, I can look for a re-entry and reaccumulation before the market reach this high. Even if I get an entry around this area, let's say I missed this entry and this one, let's say I also missed this one and finally get this one. Let's say this entire move is about 150 pips. Even if I catch last 50 pips of the move with a 2 pip stop loss or 3 pip stop loss, that's a nice risk to reward than actually taking a trade maybe with a 40 pip stop loss, 50 pip stop loss for this entire move, but still you catch 1 to 3. I can catch the last, you can catch 150 pips, but I can catch 50 pips or 25 pips with 2 pip stop loss and still get 1 to 20, 1 to 25 risk to reward. So yes guys, and if you're trading with the trend, you are likely to hit your take profit, because as much as I know that the price have to retrace, the price can actually retrace and continue to the upside. Continue up to the upside. Let's say it's retraced from this point and you try to sell it around this point and it's continue making new high. Because if the price is bullish, it doesn't mean that it have to retrace, but it doesn't mean that it have to retrace to discounted price or premiums. It can even retrace at this point and continue to the upside. You have to always, I learned that I have to always I do not take counter trend trades. I have to wait for a market to confirm that it's now going bullish. So I have to see liquidity runs, see its high time frame, daily, 1 hour. If the structure it's a daily structure, I have to within this if when this accumulation, okay, this is a daily structure and this retracement it's a 4-hour structure. So I have to go to 1 hour within this move and look for this entire structure. You see, high, high, low, high, low, high, and the manipulation of this trend line. Then on lower time frame, on 1 minute around this area, I have to look for an accumulation like this area, and take this entire move. And if this structure is within a high time frame, we have potential to actually make more risk to reward, because with the 5 pip stop loss, catching this entire move, 800 pip move with the 5 pip stop loss, or 3 pips or 2 pips, even 2 pip stop loss, but you won't hold this entire move with a full lot size. You have to partial out. So yes guys, let's get to the charts. So also what I learned, you do not have to chase a trade. If you missed a trade around this area, you can get a trade within this move. Even if the price reaccumulates around this area, a 1 minute accumulation with a 20 pip stop loss, so with a 20 pip move to complete this high, we have you 1:10 up. So there's no need to chase a move. So guys, let's get to EURUSD. This video will be a bit long. You see, trend line manipulation. Okay, here's a see. This is an internal structure, M30 internal structure. After a trend line manipulation, then I'll look for an entry to the upside. And around this area, when the price reaches this area, I'll look for a trade during London or New York session to the upside. See, this is 1 minute accumulation. That's why I got an entry to the upside, 1:6, and once back hit my break even before once to the upside. Yes, you see, this is a high time frame structure. High, low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low. High, 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 low, high, 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 low. High, 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 low, high, high, high. At this point, I noticed this trend line. Remember that we are bullish on daily time frame. And also what I like to see, or what makes my trading decision easy. You see, at this point, this is the only demand zone that is left unmitigated. Below this point, every demand zone has been mitigated. And this trend line, say liquidity. When the price allows me to first manipulate the trend line into this last demand, there is no other demand zone below this point, so it will be more easy because I know the price have to mitigate this last demand before continue to the upside. Then this demand zone, it's in a premium, so it's in a premium, yes, a discounted price. An extreme, a premium, it's a supply, and a discounted price, it's a demand. You see, then I can go to 1 hour. You see, this retracement, it's 1 hour. Remember, we do not take any trade on this retracement, we wait. You see a nice accumulation, Unfortunately, didn't get any trade. So I waited. Around this area, the price reaccumulated. A lot of people were thinking that the price is shifting from bearish to bullish because of this. You see, first things first, they thought this was a change of character, this one, and after the price reacted on this supply zone change of character, they were selling, expecting to take the slope, but I knew that the price was reaccumulating to complete this bullish move to the upside, and there was a liquidity around this area. Remember, I didn't get a trade around this area or within this area, and I waited. You see, after this trend line manipulation, I expected the price to manipulate this trend line. Then I was going to look for an entry around this area. But then again, I didn't get an entry until this point. Remember that we are bullish. We have internal structure, we have main structure and internal structure. We have a counter internal structure and a pro-trend internal structure. We do not take counter internal structure. We can trade pro-trend internal structure. An internal structure, it can be a 4-hour internal structure, 1-hour internal structure, 15 minutes internal structure. It doesn't matter. Let me show you an example. You see the structure, higher high, yabo, high lower, low high lower, low high lower, low high lower, low. You see, it's a 4-hour internal structure, and you see it's a 4-hour pro-trend internal structure. You can look for trades within this structure, but this one, you see, this is a 1-hour internal structure, counter trend internal structure. We don't take for any trade. We don't take any trade around this area. And again, you see, this is a much lower time frame or M30 internal structure. But around this area, when the price reaccumulated, after the reaccumulation, we see M15 internal structure, but it's in line with the high time frame structure. You see, it's a 15 minutes internal structure. I take my trade based on that 15 minutes internal structure, but based on higher time frame structure, daily structure, because the price continued with a 1-hour internal structure, then accumulated, then reaccumulated. After a reaccumulation, 1-hour reaccumulation, then the price continued with a 15 minutes internal structure. And we'll see everything is lining up. So, which actually brought us to this trade. Remember, I have this trend line liquidity for I have two liquidity generations, this one and this one. But after the manipulation of the first trend line, I wait for a reaction on this M30 point of interest, because we react, we do not speculate. I cannot just put a pending order around this area, of which it will be more risky. I don't know if the price will continue to the downside and react and manipulate the second trend line before going to the upside. So I have to wait. And my entries have to be within London and New York sessions. So you see, I take high time frame structure into consideration. You see, I do not trade counter internal structure. I take pro-trend internal structure. It can be a 1-hour internal structure. It depends if that internal structure, it's a bigger structure or it's a smaller structure. If it's a bigger structure, you see, if it's a bigger structure, this move, this bullish leg, internal structure, bullish leg, if it's a bigger move, the price will take some time to create a new higher high, like this point, you see. You see, this is a much higher time frame, a 4-hour internal structure, which actually took 37 days to complete, to create a new higher high. You see, it's a 4-hour internal structure, pro-trend internal structure. But this one, you see, it's a 1-hour counter internal structure, of which it took about 19 days to retrace to the downside. And this one, this is a 4-hour reaccumulation, you see. And after this reaccumulation, we have this M30 internal structure, of which the price tends to complete that move very fast. You see, from this low to this high, 27 bars, because of this 4-hour reaccumulation. So the price can complete a high time frame structure with an internal structure. It can be a 4-hour, like I said, it can be a 4-hour internal structure. You have to take into consideration which structure, which internal structure did the markets use to create a new higher high, a daily new higher high. So we have to take your trade based on that trend. You see, after that reaccumulation, you have this M30. I know I'm bullish. Yes, this is my 1 minute accumulation, see, during London. So let's go to M5. Nine. This is Frankfurt. This is Frankfurt. This is London. And this is New York. After taking into consideration the structure, when I am looking for my trades, time and price is very crucial. Very, very crucial. I want to see liquidity plays left, right, and center. Left, right, and center. You see, Frankfurt open. You see, First things first, this minor structure to the upside. After the break of the structure, people are selling at this point. So Frankfurt opened and took this liquidity and continued to the downside, and London opened and created this trendline liquidity and reacted off this N30 trend line and continue to break this trend line to the upside, and a lot of people were buying at this point and they were taken out. You see, the price and time are playing to what my desired point of interest, on my desired internal pro trend, on my desired high time frame trend. You see, from daily all the way to 1 minute. You see, and this accumulation was formed exactly during New York. You see, we have this liquidity. We have this liquidity. And this break of structure, leaving all this liquidity below. You see, after this, these equal lows, people are buying and they were taken out. Then the price started to accumulate, of which I exactly wanted to see. Excuse me, guys, for a moment. Yes, guys, like I said. So everything have to line up. Everything have to line up. All the way to 1 minute. And when it gets to 1 minute, it's what our point of interest. You see? When we get to 1 minute, toward our point of interest, this window should be within that London or New York session. That's where I'll consider taking my trade. Yes, because after a reaccumulation, first and first, it was exactly during New York opening hours, manipulated these equal lows and continued with this bullish, with this very short of low. So after the break of this trend line, after the break of this M1, I knew that this was the last demand zone. Yeah, guys, excuse me. This is why I don't like to record a video during daytime. People are disturbing. So yeah, let's continue. I placed an order around this area. Mm, you see, placed my trade and went for 1 to 6. I tried another order at this area. Remember, I had already broken even with this one. But I was taken out, and I thought the price was redistributing, but after I was taken out, I remembered that we had also this trend line. After the price took out this trend line, it's created a reaction on this trend line and also manipulated the trend. If we have no demand left, um, it's confusing for me for the price to go all the way. I thought it was redistributing. I had already broken even on this one. Then the price went on to react before going to the upside. I remember I had 2.1 pip stop loss. At this point, you wonder, should I break even when the price move away from my order, or should I wait? These things messes with my head, because if I didn't break even, I would have hit my targets. But then again, we are learning. Another thing, I was in front of the charts. I tried selling here because I thought the market is shifting, but yes. You see, with a 2 pip stop loss, 2.1 pip stop loss, that's a 1 is to 20. And you here close the majority of the trades, sort of the trade, maybe 50% or 80%, and hold the remaining lot size, maybe 0.02 or 0.2, because if you are trading with 2 pip stop loss, use a bigger lot size. Because you are in line with a trend, you have a lot of potential. You see, with a 118, 180 pips with 2 pip stop loss, 2.1, that's 1 is to 85R, which is not bad. You see, yeah, but we are learning. We are learning. But once the price hits this high, close, take out the majority of the profits. Yeah, guys, You don't have to always chase the price. You see, even if you target it this high, hundred and 30 pips, 130 pips divided by 2, that's a great risk reward. You take your entry from 1 minute based on an internal pro-trend 30 minutes structure. You target it this high. You see, this entire move was 400 pips. If someone took their trade from this point with a 65 pip stop loss, 400 pip move, 400 pip move divided by 60 pips, that's 1:6. But you took only you took only 130 pips and made 1:65 there's this guy who's managing, I think it's 150 million assets under management. The way he actually analyzes, he uses top-down analysis. He targets 1,000 pips and uses 50 pips stop loss, 40 pips stop loss. Let's see, if you target 1,000 pips and use 50 pips stop loss, that 1:20. And he would wait for weeks and weeks for his target to be hit. But within, let me see, within 25 hours, 65 hours, even if you target this high, this 48 pips, that 1:22 in only 13 hours. Yeah, guys, this is a trade setup that has a high probability for me. High probability. And once, if the price is bullish, It's bullish until it turns bearish. You cannot assume that the price is oversold or overbought. Even if you take a trade within this move, I have to see trend line manipulation within this move. Have to refine. Sometimes the price won't always give you opportunity, but there's always a trade around the corner. Guys, hope you'll enjoy the video. Also, I will revisit this video. It's the way I journal my trades. See you in the next video. Cheers.